first of all, I think you guys have it all wrong. The standing ovation is for you, because you're the ones that are making this happen. But I'll accept it, and thank you for that warm welcome. I tell you, what a privilege it is for me to be welcomed to stage by two of our top performers from our top relay in the universe, Gwinnett County. So I want to give a shout out to Felicia Wilson for starting this. And Felicia, great job, and thank you, and let's keep it going. Now, as a matter of fact, I had a chance to attend the Gwinnett County Relay my second week on the job, and they brought the people, they brought the fun. As you just heard, they certainly are raising the money, and I was actually pretty flattered to be selected Employee of the Month, and I've only been on the job for 2 weeks. So I was pretty excited about that. But anyway, I want just to, to express my thanks and gratitude to each of you for everything that you're doing to paint the world purple and to help us win this battle against cancer. I actually am very humbled to be in your presence for everything that you're doing. So give yourself a big round of applause. Now, I tell you, there's 3 things I'd like to cover real quickly this morning, and they have a clock here, so I have to talk a lot faster. But I want to talk about relay and the importance of relay, the importance going forward. Certainly we know how important relay has been. I want to talk about innovation, and then I want to ask you a question. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. Now, I remember when I first volunteered with the society, probably like everyone in this room, I just fell in love with the mission and with the people, both the volunteers and the staff. And I was infected. And when you think about this mission, the mission of the American Cancer Society to eliminate cancer, I mean, what higher calling could there be? And I wanted to be a part of that because to me, that's something bigger than life. And of course, it's about saving lives. And we know that the only way we can do that is with all of us coming together, staff and volunteers. So I think that Relay personifies this fight against cancer and the value of the staff-volunteer partnership. And if you think about what Relay has accomplished in the last 30 years, I can assure you that it has transformed not only the fight against cancer, but it's also transformed your American Cancer Society. The money, I think Steve said yesterday, in the last 30 years, $5.6 billion that has been applied to win this war on cancer. So I want you to, yeah, go ahead. We should clap about that. Yeah. And I want you to know that that money is being put to great use. I mean, right now we're funding research grants in a total of $451 million. We had over 61 million hits on our website last year on cancer.org, and actually 40% of those were outside the United States. We provided 370,000 rides for patients and over 275,000 nights in Hope Lodges. So I think you've seen throughout this conference on how the money you're raising is being put to good use, to win this war. But, we have a lot more work to do. We've made great progress. Cancer mortality rates are down 22% in the last 2 decades. That's great news. We have 500 more people today celebrated a birthday that wouldn't have, and we have 14.5 million survivors just here in the U.S. and 28 million worldwide. So you can see the results of your efforts. But to go forward, we've got to think in bold new terms, we've got to engage new audiences, and we have to constantly innovate. So when I think about innovation, I actually think about Relay. I mean, if you think about Relay itself and how it started, it was one man that did something new. He tried something new. And as a result of that, this past year, that small idea has had a huge impact over 6,000 events in over 24 countries with over 4 million participants. So Relay at its nature is innovative. And for us to be successful going forward, we have to constantly innovate so that we can reach our goal of winning this war on cancer. Now, innovation comes in different sizes, right? It can be something large, like a jumbo jet. So my first week on the job, I actually got to go out and do the Delta jet drag. And this is something that Delta is doing to support Relay. I got to tell you, I was a little disappointed because I was looking at this and I thought, you know, they probably want to put the strong people up front. So I was waiting around for them to say, okay, Gary, you go up front. They put me in the back, so that's why I'm not in the picture there. But I was there promising. But this is an innovative way to get people to come together to help fight cancer. And since 2010, Delta has contributed over $500,000 just from the Delta jet drag. Now, innovation can also be small. It can be something as small as writing a letter or going to a school assembly. Now, this is from Harvey Detail up in Farmington, Connecticut. And I know Harvey's in the audience, so shout out to you, Harvey. But this past year, Harvey wanted to get students more involved. So he wrote letters to parents, sent them emails, you know, telling them to get more involved with their students. He went to school assemblies, and boy, did it ever pay off. They exceeded their goal by $100,000 and had over 2,000 new participants. Or it can be something very specific for a community, something that really makes a difference. Now, this is the United Tribes Technical College in Bismarck, North Dakota. All right, North Dakota. And this college also has an elementary school that actually serves 75 tribal nations. So this past year, the elementary school has always been part of the bigger Relay, and they've participated for many years. But they wanted to do something specific for their elementary school, something that was more relevant to really get the parents and to get the kids involved. So this past year, literally through nickels, dimes, and quarters, they raised $7,400. And for this upcoming year, their goal is $15,000. They're going to double that. They want to double that. And of course, I could go on and on and on about all the innovations that have come out of Relay. I mean, you know, we have Relay at airports, we have relay on skis, we have relays in prisons, we have relays in military, we have Bark for Life, we have people climbing Mount Everest to help win this cancer battle. So I would submit to you that relayers are innovators. Agree? So my challenge to you, and you heard Eric Wall when he opened up our meeting yesterday, about his belief that we need to unthink. So my challenge to you is, how are you going to unthink and attack some of the challenges that you may have this next season with Relay? How are you going to overcome those obstacles? How are you going to get outside the box and outside of your comfort zone? So the question I have for you to get you to think about this, start thinking about it, is just a very simple question. When was the last time you did something for the first time? So think about that. When was the last time you did something for the first time? And I want you to maintain that thinking as you approach this next Relay season, to think about how we're working together, that we're going to take Relay to new heights, that we're going to reach more people, and that we're going to accelerate this ending cancer. So what I want to leave you with is going right back to where we started. 30 years ago, there was a guy that did something for the first time, Gordy Klatt. And because Gordy Klatt did something for the first time, today we are closer than ever to the last time that we'll have to say bye to someone from cancer. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you are doing and to help us win this war on cancer. And I want to challenge you to think about how we can increase our velocity to achieve that dream of never having to say goodbye to anyone else from cancer and to paint the world purple. So thank you very much, and Carpe Diem. Now, I see you guys have found the drums. So I get to introduce the next part of this program real quickly, which I am so excited about. And I want to let you know, the louder we are, the more that we're going to paint the globe purple, right? That's what we want to do. So, and this is all about us coming together and playing in rhythm. Now, it is, right? It's supposed to be, right? So this is very hands-on. It leverages music as a common language to relate to one another, to have alignment, and to celebrate success, and to tackle challenges together, okay? And don't worry about whether you can play drums or not, or whether you have rhythm. That's not what it's about. And we're going to help you through this. So the big thing now is there are no spectators. So as you notice, everyone has the drums, so there are no spectators. But the big thing now is to relax, have fun, and get ready for the Drum Cafe to send us home with a big bang.